Well, hello and welcome to Speed Feed. This is where we talk about the latest in the news and trending topics. My name is Kimani Mbugua, in case you didn't know that already, and we're doing this live on Facebook and YouTube. So please get interactive and let me know where you're watching from in the comment section. In fact, go there right now and let me know where you're watching from. Are you from one of the counties where curfew doesn't begin at 8 p.m., like Mombasa, people watching from Mombasa? I hear your curfew is still at 10 p.m. Here in Nairobi, you have to be home by 8 p.m. Anyway, we'll talk about what's happening in the news today and other trending stories that you need to know. And as we always do, you can follow me here. This is all that we're going to be talking about. But before I get on the speed feed now, we have a breaking news story that I should inform you. In case you were hoping to know when the current curfew or the end of the curfew that begins at 8 p.m. will end, Interior CS Fred Matiang'i has given an update, and he has said that in the Gazette notice is updated that the curfew period is set to end on May 29th. So if you were born in May and you're hoping to hold a birthday party sometime, no, it's not going to happen. Yeah. The government is going to give another update on May 29th, which means we have more than a month, to be home by 8 p.m. Anyway, let's get on the speed feed today. Who are people talking about? Our first item is on the feed today is about Reverend Lucy Natasha. So she posted these pictures of herself getting the vaccine on her Facebook page, and some Kenyans have taken issue with the tattoo on her arm. It's there, it's written Oracle, and some have taken issue with it given that she's Christian, and others felt nothing wrong with it. However, some of those who have come to her defense is KFCB CEO Ezekiel Mutua, who came to her defense tweeting that she should just preach on and turn her back to critics and skeptics and naysayers. And he said that people will always talk tattoo or no. And some of the comments on her Facebook page, someone was saying, James Masharia on her Facebook page said, God honors his word above his own name. Putting tattoo is unscriptural. Tamara said, I thought tattoos are unbiblical. So as we continue with the speed feed today, because this is something that a lot of people are talking about, so let me know in the comment section, do you think Christians should have tattoos? Are you a Christian? Do you think that Christians should have tattoos? Let me know in the comment section. Now, on to more trending news that are happening today. Former Tahidi High actor Bernard Mwangi, you might know him as Mr. Mweposi from the Tahidi High show. Now, he appeared on this YouTube show in an interview where he asked Kenyans, or he appealed for help from Kenyans. He says he went into depression and alcoholism that has almost ruined his life. Now, the actor opened up saying that his marriage also fell apart, and this led him into deep depression and alcohol abuse. And he says he wants to start an onion and pepper farming business if Kenyans can come out to support him, just like they supported Omosh to help him. If in case you haven't watched it, it's it should be trending by now. You're gonna see a lot of it as people continue to share. It's getting traction right now, but it's on YouTube. Now, two other stories happening, and now newly elected Garissa Senator Abdul Kadir Haji, he's quickly becoming a darling of the people. Now, he was sworn in yesterday in a special Senate sitting, and he gave a moving tribute to his father, Yusuf Haji, who passed on in February. And he says that his father instilled values of hard work, being gentle, loving, and always being quick to forgive. And he also urged leaders to show empathy, especially at these times, to the people they represent, and also to condemn corruptions. Must be nice to have a family where your father was a senator, your brother is the DPP, and you are now the senator, right? Must be nice. Anyway, other news are happening today. We're still expecting an update from IPRA, by the way, but fuel prices are expected to increase today for the fourth time this year. IPRA is expected to release their monthly update on fuel prices. So currently in Nairobi, a litre of super petrol goes for 122 shillings. And according to the Star, that could go up by about 6 shillings. And the price of diesel could also go up by 7 shillings from 107 to 114 shillings. So this is a signal for tough times ahead for us, people. It seems not to stop for us. And speaking of tough times, So today, Uber, Bolt, and Little drivers, they staged a go-slow and partial switch off of the taxi hailing apps. And they are demanding that the taxi companies increase fare prices because their take-home has been reduced significantly because of the increase in fuel prices. And so if you had a problem using those apps today, it is because most drivers had decided to switch off the apps. And you might have experienced a situation where you call a driver, they accept your request, but then they cancel it, trying to frustrate the whole process to get the attention of their taxi hailing apps, to increase prices. So it's gonna be tough, as we go ahead. Now, see, a lot of you are here on Facebook as well. And I said, comment, let me know in the comment section, where you're watching from, where are you watching from? In case you're in those counties where curfew begins at 10 p.m., y'all have been throwing jabs at us, but our curfew is going to end on May 29th, according to CS Matiang'i. And someone CS says, "Dam watching from Mombasa, watu wa Kakamega." Someone watching from Kakamega. And Brian is saying, "Watu watahidi hai, washikane wote, walete pay bill moja. Tumechoka kila wiki mtu mwingine." Alas, Jesus. Hey, okay, be nice, guys. Roddy is watching from Roiro. Someone else is watching from Umoja. Let me know what you think about some of the stories we are featuring today. And we have a poll on the live feed today. Do you think Christians should have tattoos? Yes or no? I've just given my vote. So comment below so that we can see. We can see your views here. Yes, and I've just given my vote, but then I'm gonna see the results at the end of this, right? Now, on to some other news that you need to know that are happening today. So Lawrence Waringe, you guys remember this 22-year-old who confessed to killing his parents, his 12-year-old brother, his cousin, and the farmhand at their home in January. So this was a very big story. So he had earlier been declared unfit to stand trial, but he has been declared fit to stand trial after a psychiatric assessment at Mathare Mental Hospital, and he is expected to plead to the murder charges today at the Kiambu High Court. And he had been, as I said, earlier declared unfit to stand trial by the same court. But that's an important update to see what's going to come out of that case. Although he already confessed to killing his parents, and he said that he was inspired by the show Killing Eve. One of the most tragic cases we have in the country. Bizarre murders, but still on security matters, guys. So Nation ran a shocking story of bizarre murders that happened in a village in Taita Taveta County. I just had to highlight this because it's very weird. So two women were brutally murdered in separate incidents in the last 1 week in the village in Taita Taveta. So in one of the incidents, a woman's body was found decapitated lying on the side of the road, and in the other, a woman was gang raped and killed in her house, all in a period of less than a week. And so leaders in the area have called on security agencies to beef up security because residents in the village called Wundani are living in fear after the two incidents. And still on crime, you guys might remember this 50-year-old man who went, his case was highlighted by the DCI. So he was arrested for allegedly defiling his 6-year-old stepdaughter. And now his case, an update on his case, he has been detained for a week as investigations into the case continue. So according to DCI, he is said to have lured his daughter into a thicket and defiled her in a village in Kisii, and he later threatened his wife with dire consequences if his wife was to report the incident. But his daughter's condition worsened and she was taken to hospital, and he went into hiding because the nurses discovered that the daughter was defiled, and he was later arrested in Nakuru County where he was hiding after this. And still on insecurity news, I had a couple of updates on security issues in the country. So Rift Valley Regional Commander George Natembea is regular one in the news. So he's announced a 6 p.m. curfew directive to be imposed in Baragoi town and the entire of Samburu North constituency. And this is to pave way for security operations to disarm and flush out bandits who have been carrying out cattle rustling in the area. And this will be done by a multi-agency from a team from the GSU, anti-stock theft, and DCI. So some of the security updates, things that are happening in the country. It's important that we know the state of security in our country. Now, on to other news and other stories that are happening. We are on the second day of Ramadan, at least for all Muslims, and some Muslim faithful are now who are observing Ramadan under the current COVID containment measures. So some Muslim leaders are calling on the president to ease some restrictions to allow Muslims to conduct prayers in mosques, but they're saying they would do this under strict regulations. Now, an early update that was from Monday, Muslim leaders had advised Muslims in the 5 counties under lockdown to conduct their prayers at home. And I'd love to hear from Muslims watching Speedfeed today, especially those in Nairobi, Kajiado, Kiambu, and those are in the counties under lockdown. How is the experience so far observing Ramadan under lockdown? Now, since you can't go to the mosque because you're advised to just do the prayers at home, how is the experience so far on the second day? Some good news, the lockdown is going to end on May 29th, but still you have to do the prayers from home. Shall I look at your comments as we continue? Yeah, let me see some of you who are here now on our Facebook page. Voke is commenting about, and by the way, we have a poll. Remember, we have a poll here on the live show. Do you think Christians should have tattoos? Voke on the stream says, this is what the Bible says about tattoos. Okay, just lost a comment. Let me get it. Just a second. He's saying something about the tattoos. Oh, yeah. Someone else says, why should Christians have tattoos? Is it not forbidden in scripture? Someone else says, Ruaka, watching from Ruaka. Yeah, I'm trying to get, there's a comment that disappeared, very interesting from Voke. Oh yeah, it's here. This is what the Bible says about tattoos. Leviticus 19:28. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourself. I am the Lord. I'm not sure what version of the Bible that is, but that's what he says. Do you think Christians should have tattoos? Yeah, vote there on the poll because we have a live poll. And also we have another poll. Do you think the government should subsidize fuel at this rate? Because petrol retailing at 122 shillings, it's still expensive. And today digital taxi drivers, they staged protest to have the digital taxi apps increase fares because the fuel prices keep going up. All right, let's continue with other stories on the feed. Let's talk politics now because the DP's camp says that Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya has been planning to defect to ODM to join forces with William Ruto for over 2 years now. And this is according to Rigathi Gachagua, one of the DP's prominent supporters. And he says that Oparanya has had 4 private meetings with the DP to plan his exit from ODM and join the Hustler Nation, which has raised eyebrows in the handshake camp. But still in politics, ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi, in an interview on TV47, said that he will not make promises to Kenyans that he cannot fulfill when he becomes president. He's looking to, become president 2022. Now, he added that if he's president, he will set realistic goals and be very clear on what he can achieve in 5 years without being overambitious. He says, there ain't gonna be no lies. And he says that Kenyans have been frustrated by the Jubilee government, which promised things that they could not deliver. That's in case he is President Musalia Mudavadi. But in other updates still, politics, have a couple. The Star is saying that some influential leaders from Mount Kenya are pushing to have Deputy President William Ruto pick former Agriculture CS Mwangi Kiojori as his running mate in 2022. Do you guys think this is possible? Do you think this is a viable ticket? William Ruto, Mwangi Kiunjuri ticket. What do you guys think about it? Yeah. Now, some more news, but as we continue, let me remind you, we are live right now. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, so let me know in the comment section what you think about some of these stories. We have a poll, we have a poll on tattoos and also on the price of fuel. Is it time for the government to subsidize the price of fuel? And let us know in the comment section. We are talking, a lot of you are talking about tattoos. I see some of you are watching from Umoja and others are watching from Mombasa, Kakamega and other areas of the country. Yes, let me know what you guys think. And also, if you're a football fan, what do you think is going to happen today? So let me ask you, who do you think is going to it's going to win today between Liverpool and Real Madrid? It's a big game. I am honestly so nervous waiting for it. I don't know what's going to happen because I'm a Liverpool fan. But in some health news, so the Ministry of Health has been granted let me get that for you, a 13.2 billion global fund, which is meant to lessen the impact of the pandemic in the fight against HIV and TB. And however, for them to access these funds, they will have to apply. They will have to make a formal application to the donor. And the funding will be made, through the Kenya Coordinating Mechanism Committee, which is made up of a team of 23 public officials and civil society representatives. And this committee is chaired by PS Susan Muchacha. So the Global Fund, for those of you who don't know, it's a fund that that donates funds to aid the fight against HIV and TB. Right. Some other news that you need to know today, and this one is in case you were looking to buy land around the Konza Technopolis area. So you might want to be careful about it because right now, the three counties surrounding the development that is Machakos, Kajiado, and Makueni. They have suspended the issuing of development permits around the area. This is because they need to come up with an inter-county strategy that will prevent the development of unplanned properties surrounding Konza. So they do not want shanties and other ghettos being built around the Konza Technopolis area. They want proper structures, controlled development, no putting up of, look at that picture, that's the kind of city that is going to be at Konza, and you're not just going to put up any kind of structures around it. So that's why. Now, this is an important update regarding the story we highlighted yesterday about the price of ugali. So the Ministry of Agriculture has dismissed the fears of a possible shortage of maize, which had been earlier announced by the Cereal Millers Association. So the Cereal Millers Association had said that they are anticipating a shortage of maize supply in the country. And the Agriculture Ministry now says that even by the end of May 2021, that's next month, Kenya will have a surplus of maize. And the Cereal Millers Association had criticized the ban on imports of maize from Tanzania and Uganda, and they claimed that this will result in short supply of maize, which might cause the prices of unga to go up. But the ministry says that the Agriculture and Food Authority is working on cooperation with regulators from Uganda and Tanzania to make sure that they are importing quality maize into Kenya. So they say there's nothing to worry about. At least, even if the fuel prices are going high, the price of ugali is not gonna go high. At least not anytime soon. Now, let's talk entertainment. Alex Mathenga, you guys know him as the YouTube comedian. He's the YouTube comedian who wears police uniform. Here he is. And so we spoke to him regarding his decision to quit his radio career, which span over 10 years. And he said that he quit Radio Maisha in 2019 to focus on YouTube, which was a risky decision, but he says it was worth it because he now earns from his YouTube channel, which has over 200,000 subscribers. And in case you're wondering if he has ever gotten in trouble with cops because of his uniform, he said that he has never gotten in trouble because of his uniform that resembles police uniform. Yeah, quite interesting. This next story is really funny. But before I tell it to you, it's called Facebook Mishap. It's quite funny. Just wait for it. But yeah, I want to check out your comments that you don't feel left out. We are live on Facebook right now. And let me check out your comments, and yeah, keep voting on the poll today. We have a poll where we're asking a couple of questions, and another one that we're asking today is, do you think foreign organizations should continue issuing grants to Kenya? Do you think so? Let me check out some of the latest comments on the feed right now on Facebook. Yeah. Watching from, there's a place called Russia in Kisumu, and somebody is watching from here. Watching, yeah. Dam says, Oparanya has a total of 5 votes. I doubt Baba is worried about him leaving. Yeah, talking about that political update where Governor Oparanya from Kakamega is said to be considering defecting to the Hustler Nation. Someone is commenting about what I told you guys about the game today between Liverpool and Real Madrid, saying it's going to be 4. Yeah, so we need 4 goals to proceed. Yeah, in the Champions League. Anyway, someone else says 6 p.m. curfew, huku kanairo kumbe hata tuko better. Yeah, talking about the 6 p.m. curfew that has been imposed in Baragoy. But that's because of insecurity in the area and cattle rustlers. So, let me tell you about the next story on the feed, and this is quite interesting. So, Facebook has apologized for deleting the page of a town in France. So, there's a town in France called Ville-de-Beach. And Facebook's algorithm had mistaken the name to be offensive, which led to their account being deleted. And the mayor of the small town with a population of about 5,000 people, however, confirmed that Facebook had reached out to him and apologized for the page being taken down. You know, Ville-de-Beach. And yeah, it's quite interesting to see the headlines around the world for this story. CNN went with Life's a Beach, but then that's the name of the town. Yeah, understandably why it would be deleted. But so for techies, yeah, this one for people in the Apple ecosystem. You know, Apple sent out press invitations for their first virtual event of 2021. And the tagline for this one is Springboard. And of course, it will happen at the usual place at the Apple Park in California. And some of the things they're expected to announce is an update on the iPad Pro and the new AirPods. And also, it's also said that they have been working on smart glasses and a virtual reality handset. And here's an interesting fact about Apple that you probably did or did not know. I just felt like telling you guys this. So if you're a regular Twitter user, the official Apple page at Apple does not have any tweets or does not show any tweets. There's a reason behind that. It's not that they do not tweet, they tweet, but so there's a reason behind it. I'm trying to explain because it's funny. So what happens is that the tweets that go on this account are usually hidden, so you cannot see them on the page, and that's very intentional because Apple maintains, you know, their minimalist approach to advertising and marketing. It's quite expensive because it's like advertising by not saying anything. So, you know, it gets attention because people expect that the official Apple account is where they can get all the updates from, but they don't. Yeah, so in case you went or you have looked at their page and wondered why they don't have tweets, it's intentional. It's not because they don't tweet. It's actually very, very intentional to get your attention. Yeah, did you know that? Now you know. Now let's talk about our latest or newest Kenyan celebrity, Naomi Campbell, and she is Kenya Tourism's ambassador, and she gave fans an inside tour of her lavish villa at the billionaire's resort in Malindi, and this house overlooks the Indian Ocean, and she said that she hired local artisans to do her furniture and interior design work because she wanted to promote local craftsmanship. And she credited the work in her interior to a local artist named Armando Tanzini. So the villa has four pools. Has 4 pools. Who needs 4 pools in their house? Guess who? Naomi Campbell. Yeah, she has 4 pools in the villa. She also has a gaming area and a rock garden, amongst other things. So you can watch a full video on her YouTube channel. Yeah, it's over there. And yes, so those are some of the stories that are happening today. A lot to cover. You know, a lot has happened in the news and other trending topics. And we wanted to know what you think about Reverend Lucy Natasha's post that has gotten a lot of people talking because of the tattoo on her arm. It's written Oracle, and it's on her Facebook page, which has attracted a lot of comments. And some of you are for, some of you are against it. So someone says, tattoo what? Are you all gods? It's a matter between God and her. Why be judges? Let alone God to be the judge. Right? And let me see some of the let's check out the results here on our Facebook. Concerning that, we asked you just a couple of questions. Do you think that Christians should have tattoos? What do you guys think? Let me read more comments on this story, because a lot of people are talking about it. And so someone else here says, most of the people whom God called at a time like this will have all kinds of issues. We are yet to get more from the kingdom of darkness into the light of God. Tattoos will not stop people from preaching the gospel or receiving the grace of God. And someone else says, Jesus said to the wolves, if you have no sin, be the first to cast the stone. Yeah, what do you think? And someone else says, Africans still have a long way to go. Someone else says, stop judging her salvation by your own. And her doing that, it's her choice, and you not doing it, it's your choice. Right? Talking about that story, our first story in the feed, it's causing a lot of attention regarding the tattoo by Reverend Lucy Natasha. She is an internet sensation, especially on Facebook. She's very big. She has over 1.3 million followers on her Facebook page, and a lot of people look up to her. Now, just the latest, in case you missed out on this one. So the current curfew hours in the counties that are under lockdown will end on 29th May, in case you didn't know that. And now it's getting a lot of traction. A lot of people are waking up to getting to this news, that curfew will end on May 29th, or rather they'll give an update from then on what will happen next. Anyway, thank you so much for watching Speed Feed today. Asanteni sana for all of you who have tuned in today. We'll see you again tomorrow on Speed Feed, talking about the latest news and the trending topics. My name is Kimani Mbugua, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.